Let's read source 8 for the Abolitionists' investigation, titled News Article on Sojourner Truth. First, let's read the central question to remind ourselves of the purpose for reading this source. How did abolitionists think and interact as they try to end slavery? Now let's read the attribution and then the head note to find out what type of source this is and when and where it was published. Attribution. Modified news article in the Battle Creek Journal from Battle Creek, Michigan, July 11, 1863, later republished by the National Anti-Slavery Standard newspaper. Link to audio recording of speech read by a volunteer with the Black Abolitionist Archive. And if we go to this link, we can find the recording of the speech. Head note. Sojourner Truth was a Black abolitionist. She fought for women's rights. She was born enslaved around 1797 in New York. She escaped in 1826 with her daughter and won a court case for the freedom of her son. She became a Christian and a well-known speaker. She went on lecture tours across the country. She settled in Battle Creek, Michigan in the 1850s. This news report talks about and shares her speech from a Sunday school. Okay, let's pause here and take a moment to answer these questions about the head note and attribution in your packet. So pause and come back when you're ready. Okay, now let's read the source. Let's read this news article on Sojourner's Truth speech. Reverend T.W. Jones said that the speaker was Sojourner Truth. This was enough. 500 persons were instantly on their feet, prepared to give the most respectful attention to her who was once a slave. Children, she said, who made your skin white? Was it not God? Who made mine black? Was it not the same God? Am I to blame, therefore, because my skin is black? Aren't you criticizing God if you hate some of his children because he gave them black skin? Indeed, children, it is. Your teachers should tell you so, and root up, if possible, the great sin of prejudice against color from your minds. Does not God love colored children as well as white children? And did not the same Savior die to save the one as well as the other? If so, white children must know that if they go to heaven, they must go there without their prejudice against color. For in heaven, black and white are one in the love of Jesus. Now, children, remember what Sojourner Truth has told you, and thus get rid of your prejudice and learn to love colored children, that you may be all the children of your Father who is in heaven. This short speech from Sojourner was, perhaps, the most important anti-slavery speech that was ever given at Battle Creek or in Michigan. People's eyes were filled with tears. It seems as if everyone there agreed with all she said. Okay, now go back and read the source yourself, and pause after each sentence to think what people and institutions are actors in the source, and what is the relationship between those people and institutions.